Hello everyone and welcome back to Nightingale Plays Factorio, Mercantilism and Misanthropy. So we moved all our coal down there, with the exception of those few, and we're pretty well ready to get this station underway. So I think the way we're going to do this is we're just going to run up here, and actually I can't build a train right now because I need steel stuff, which is perfect, because this is where I'm going anyway. So this is 100 of those. 100 of those, that should be enough to build a train. And I'm probably out of engines, but this here is sort of what I want to get. Okay, so we got regular inserters, chest, smart inserters. I'm not going to need to go double-sided for that one. And where is the... Oh, train stops on this side. Ooh, boy. It's enough to grab the train stop, but not the stuff on the other side. Yep, that looks good. Alright, so this unfortunately does need to be flipped, though. And flipping just causes so much trouble with the smart train stops that I really don't want to do that. I'm going to put that there and put like a placeholder light. And that's going to be my new blueprint, which we can just keep as is. And we need to grab some steel. And let's also dump this iron. Ah, it's too far. Alright, so what we'll do is flip this guy. And actually, it's right here. Okay, so we'll just get rid of these. And I think So I did put my RoboPort away. You can clean that up. Fortunately, that's going to throw away a couple vital combinators. I'm just trying to remember what it is. That combinator on the outside is the one that's checking that all these signals are non-zero. So I think I can get that. That's going to have to do. So I need 3 of these sets of combinators. I need none of this junk. None of this. None of this. None of that. Smart inserters. We'll give them away. So how many do we need? Well, actually, we don't necessarily need all these, so let's put it in there. Have it do its thing. And we can shift these around a bit. Although they are wired up, so we should give it 3 more. And let's get our combinators in there. Meanwhile, I will the combinator here, smart train stop here. This will be the oil product or heavy oil output. Do heavy oil goods pickup. Sort of lines up with other names. Okay, I need to double check these. 13, that should be enough, right? Yeah, I got 9 there. Okay, so we gotta figure out how these were hooked up. So this is iron sticks equal to 600. So this is looking for what's in the train. So that's gonna be hooked up to this. So this is looking for iron sticks greater than 0 on a green signal, so that's gonna be hooked up to that. Let's get this here, green wire, there to there to there. Okay, and that'll output a blue signal if stuff is needed. This one says yellow equals blue, output a green. Then the red output of this needs to go to the lamp. And this we say green is equal to 4. So for this little guy here, we need output to also go to the lamp. And you need to add another green onto it. You add green when, want to say, you're going to be looking at the output here when there's at least one yellow. So yellow greater than 1. So if yellow greater than 0 rather. All right, I think that's all set up right. So now we just need to change the resources. So they are going to be synthetic wood. And I'll get to the amounts in a sec. Resin. And finally, rubber. Okay, get you some iron chests. Okay, so how many do we have here? 1, 2, 3, 4. Should be 16. 15. Okay, so we're shy by 1. Are we missing everything? And no basic electronic boards. Okay, that kind of sucks, but we want, let's actually reduce this down. We don't need two train cars here, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. Get rid of all that. Yeah, that's the right amount. Okay, so we could do... This one needs the least, so we'll do 2, 3, 3. No! Okay, and substation. Perfect. Okay, so as for the conditions on here, it's pretty simple. Just matched up with the resources. Okay, so these are pretty well ready to go, I think. So we just need to plop a train down and go to heavy oil goods pickup, and you take that to the warehouse drop. So this is the heavy oil goods train. Alright, so your rules are heavy oil goods. You need to leave when the signal says you can. Wait forever. Warehouse drop, you leave when you're empty. That's right, wait forever there. Yeah, and you don't need to be full because the signal will take care of that. Alright, so we set up the slots on here. So these are all limited to one row. So I think I want them all limited to one row. So what's the best way to do it? How much do we want? 200. So that could be... I think I'll make it fairly small. Like the rubber, especially the rubber, I don't think we need much of. And I suppose I can always adjust this later. So rubber, rubber, okay, fill right. And then half of this will change to resin. All right, there we go. So that's 5 times 200, that's 1K, 1K, 400. So this didn't have amounts, it was this one. This should have been, I believe it was 400. Is that what 2 stacks this are? No, that's 200. And this should be 500 actually. Alright, so that's going to pull up there. Now, the demand on the green signals, and now that I've got so much crap there when the red signals show up first, unfortunately. That's okay, we can look at the green signals much more easily here. So there's no demand at all, which is expected because we don't have anything that wants this stuff. We haven't set up a possible train stop for it. So that's what we're actually going to do next, and get the full delivery chain going for that. So what we're going to do is we're going to copy the top train, or, well, I'll copy a train, and then we'll get that set up as the new train. I'm just trying to think what it's going to be called. It's going to be all the electronic stuff, both intermediates for electronics, as well as the... that one I could pick up. The intermediates as well as the actual end products, which I suppose are intermediates in their own rights. But I mean things like batteries and circuit boards and things like that. As well as intermediates, I mean things like solder and resistors, transistors, CPUs, etc., etc. Okay, so I can copy this one. We'll see if that's what I want to do or not. So if I copy this, yeah, I don't see any reason why not to. Okay, so let's copy, oops, let's copy this whole thing starting right about there. Okay, not sure what these random guys are all about. This one, yeah, it seems totally unnecessary. All right, go. You know, I should have grabbed the roboports to more easily line this up. Although I think I've got it. looks right. Alright, so we're going to be missing a ton of stuff. So I think what I've got to do is I've got to go and make some long inserters. So I need circuit boards. So I'm going to go collect my resources and we'll be right back. Okay, so we've got a good chunk of the stuff that we need for our new station up here. So we'll put... Okay, I need chest I can actually insert into. Alright, so what were we trying to put? Some of these. We need a lot of blue chests. Some substations. And let's see, so combinators, missing copper cable. So we're going to need about 31. That's probably too many. Well, we can build quite a few. It's these guys. What are we missing here? We need lots of steel. Okay, steel. Steel is no problem. Nope. It's more than just steel. Steel and electronic circuit boards. Okay, yep. We're going to need a lot of electronic circuit boards for these guys. I forgot about that. Oh, no, 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 no. Okay, this is not what I want to have happen. So these requesters pretty much all need to get blanked out. Okay, meanwhile, we want to dump these out, so please get rid of them. And we'll make them blue again in a little bit. Here. Fix up the rest of the requesters. I think that ought to do it. Alright, so let them clean out all that extra stone brick. Let's see, what have we got? Combinators. Lots and lots of combinators. Really would like to get these charging pads done as well, but they're going to take a bit longer. Let's see, combinators, the train stop itself, which I'm more than happy to put down manually. So the train stop itself is pretty dumb. Alright, so what is this going to be? This is going to be a warehouse electronics pickup. So we could fully program this, or we can just do what we can for now. You guys go and act providers. Okay, so all we're missing now is these guys, and that needs the circuit boards, which had run out because of resources. So ship some copper over there, and hopefully that'll get done. Okay, meanwhile, all this stuff. All right, so requesters, synthetic wood, 2 of them. How much synthetic wood? Let's do a full row of each, so that's 2K each. Okay. So then I'm going to stop doing this 3/4 business. Just request the full amount. 8,000. Output that. So we're saying, hey, we need that. These guys are all pretty problematic. Oh, right, fish. That's what we're using fish for. One of you. Okay, I'm not going to need that many. Oh, it's the fish. There we go. $21 fish, one of those. All right, next up. So I think we'll do them all in these ones. Resin, same thing, except the stacks are half the size. So instead of 2,000, it's 1,000. All right, so this is resin. It's 2,000. I get 8K. Okay, and so you shall request not resin at all, but rubber. And might as well still make it 1,000. So rubber for 2,000. Okay. So hook this up to green and red, and I think we're good to go. Here's the red. And here comes the green, and that should pretty much trigger our train right away. No? No, not interested. Smart inserters. I don't think I hooked up the smart inserters. Okay, so that's a problem there. But otherwise, this is good, and the charging pads aren't going to get built, but we'll just have to live with that. Just have to remember to actually go and solve that at some later time. Alright, how close is this station? I need legs. I need to not be running on sand. That's the other part. Alright, so grab our green wire. Hook you up to you and you. There we go. Now they're all getting inserted. Because these stack up. Oh, and our chests are full too. Okay, so we will have enough for one load. Probably 2 loads. But then that's it. Yeah, so we really need to get the oil going, so I'm glad I did this right away. I mean, that'll be enough to get circuit production going. Then once I have circuits, I can tear down the old base, and that'll be one more set of oil rigs. And then after that, I think we just have to head west, because 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, that's just too rich to pass up. So I think that'll mean I can cut off there, and probably just do there and there. So that's still a sizable area to add. It's going to be a bit of a pain. Alright, what are you waiting for? You have no signal. Output of this... Oh, you're all going to the wrong spot. Okay, nope, you weren't. So I want you to go to the wire. I want you to also go to the wire. So now I can look at you and say red is correct. I wonder if putting them directly... greater than 4. Equal to 4, please. Alright, perfect. So this beautiful little teeny tiny train is going to head over, dump all its stuff. Robot's going to take care of moving it. And that is getting pretty far. That's not terrible. But getting the Mark II robots at some point in the near future would also be nice, but that requires aluminum. More stuff we don't have. Alright, so this is looking good. Signals coming out of here. Still got all 3 signals, which is not unexpected. Yeah, it wants to have 2,000. It's got 500. So train load gets me about halfway there, except for the rubber, which I'm looking for more. No, I think I am going to reduce this down to 500. I'm just so short on these resources that I don't want to be wasting my time producing rubber that I really don't need. In fact, here, I have 19 more rubber. You're just that much closer. Alright, so I think that's going to have to do it for this episode. So I'm going to go and see if I can take care of getting those last charging pads down. And then I think next episode we'll continue our next steps on getting galena and or tin. And I'm really tempted to just take this tin. I mean, I can ship the tin up to the station here that used to be for stone. And yeah, I think that'll work well. So, yeah, that's it for this episode. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to hit the like or subscribe button or leave a comment below. And we'll see you next time.